guys, today I have a book haul to share with you all. I was in Books A Million tonight and they had a ton of great deals on some books that I've wanted to pick up and to read for a while. So I bought 9 books today that I have to show you all, and every single book that I have, with the exception of 2, is a hardcover, and I ended up getting all of them for $39. So I got 9 books and I'm very excited. So I'm going to just jump right in and get started. First book that I have is one of those books that I feel like everybody has and everybody has read but me. I even think that we used to have this book at my house, and I don't know if we still have it somewhere, but I haven't been able to find it, and I don't know for sure that we had it, but I feel like people that don't read have read this. Like, even those that have read books but that do not read have read this book, and that is Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. I've wanted to kind of have this for a while now, just because I feel like, again, it's one of those books that everybody has read, and it's one of those books that I feel like everybody should read. So I picked it up because it was on sale for $4.97, and I'd wanted it for a while now, so I thought that was a good deal. So that's the first one I got. The next book that I have is a book that I had never heard about up until this evening, and I saw it on the shelf and I read the synopsis and I thought it was really interesting, so I decided to get it. And then I came home tonight, and a while ago I was watching some videos and some people, and Jesse actually did a Christmas book haul from him and Christine, Ariel, Kat, and Liz's kind of gift exchange, and one of them gave him this book, and I was like, are you kidding? Like, this is really cool, because I'd never heard anything about it, and then there it was in front of me, and that is Frost by Mariana Baer. And again, I've never really heard much about this, but because one of them gave this to him, I'm excited, because I feel like you wouldn't give somebody a book unless you liked it. So I'm hoping it will be good. I think that the storyline is pretty interesting. I think it's basically about a girl who's at a boarding school, and she moves into this house on campus with a friend, and then some really weird things start to happen. I think it may have ghosts involved, because this says, it's like, one of the quotes says it's about like a ghost story, so I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm excited, and I think that the cover is pretty interesting. That's what kind of initially caught my eye about it. So I got this one for $3, which I think is great for a hardcover. The next one I got is a book from a very popular series that I plan on reading soon. Hopefully in 2014 I will get to this series, and I believe that this is the second one. And that is Beautiful Darkness by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I know that the first one of the Lunar Chronicles series is this is the Castor Chronicles, I'm sorry. I know that the first one of the Castor Chronicles series is Beautiful Creatures, and I believe this is the second one, and the last one is Beautiful Chaos. There could be more than 3, but those are the only 3 that I know. So I went ahead and got this because it was only $4.97 for hardcover, and I know I'll want this one day. So I thought that that was a steal on this book, because these are like 18 bucks. So I'm excited to eventually get to this. Now, the next one is a very loved book, and I've never read this, but I read a lot of the other books that this author has written, and that is The Host by Stephenie Meyer. I've heard nothing but phenomenal things about this. I know that people that don't even like Twilight like this book, and I've also heard that the movie is terrible, so I'm excited to read this because I did enjoy the Twilight series, and I really like those books in Stephenie Meyer. Again, I don't really know much about what this is about, but it was on sale for $6.97 for hardcover, and I know for a fact this book is like $20-something. Let's see, $25.99 normally, so $7 for this was a steal. If you have not read this and you want it, check your Books A Million in the fiction section, because this isn't a YA book, but I know a lot of people that like YA like it. So that was the next one that I got. I also picked up The Diviners by Libba Bray. I heard so much about this back in like September, October, November, and I really hadn't had a ton of interest in picking it up, just because I really didn't know what it was about. And to be honest, I still really don't know what it's about, but I just kept hearing so much that I finally decided I wanted to read it one day. And I think that the covers are very cool looking. I know that a couple people just said on Twitter the other day that the covers are changing, and they were upset about that. But hopefully I still like it, and I'm sure that if I do, I'll buy the new covers for it. But I don't know why they would change it, because this looks really cool. But nonetheless, this one was $5.97 for the hardcover, which again is fantastic, because $5.97 is a great price for paperback. I mean, this is hardcover. This book is like $18, $20. So that was a really cool deal. And I love the cover feel of this. This has one of those kind of like soft matte feeling covers, kind of like the Fifth Wave does by Rick Yancey, and then the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer series has these kind of feels. So if you know what I'm talking about, I really like that kind of cover element to certain books. I have a couple more from the regular fiction section too, which is unusual because I normally just look at YA, and I just happened to wander there this evening and I found a lot of good books. So the next one I have is 1 Fifth Avenue by Candace Bushnell, and I've never read anything by this author, but I'm a huge Sex and the City TV show fan and movie fan, and she wrote that series, and I even love the Carrie Diaries, which she wrote. And so I figured that because I love those, I would probably love this book, and I love New York and Fifth Avenue and all of that. So I'm excited for this one, and the cover is really, really cool. It's like a storefront, or I guess it's a hotel front, but I love the black and white with the colors and the different girls on it. So I thought that that was really cool, and I'm excited to read it. So this one was only $6 as well for hardcover in the fiction section. Now the next one is another one that I got for $6 from the fiction section, and this one is actually related to a series that I used to love as a kid. So when I was younger, I loved the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series by Anne Brash Hares. I have all of them but the first one, and I've read all of them except for the final book, which is this one, which is Sisterhood Everlasting. She released this one a few years after all of those were finished up, and so I never picked it up and I never read it. But basically this book is like wrapping up all of their stories, and they kind of moved on in life a little bit in their own kind of separate lives, and I feel like this is going to reconnect them all and maybe finish up the series as a whole. So I'm excited to read this. It's, I feel like, the grown-up version of those because the cover is a lot different than those were, and it's I think a fiction book. I don't think they consider this one a part of YA, but it's definitely part of those characters 10 years later, it says. So I'm excited to read this, and it was only $6, so that was a good deal. I have two more and then we're done. So the next one is the Lunar Chronicles sequel, and that is Scarlet, which is what I was talking about earlier when I said the Lunar Chronicles. But I've wanted to read the series for a while as well, and I don't have Cinder, but I know that it's on Book Outlet for like $6 or $7. So if I do an order from there, I'll pick it up one day. And I went ahead and got this one because it was $6.97 for the second one in hardcover, Scarlet, which I thought was a good deal. And I have to say, the first one's cover is kind of creepy with the leg and the shoe. Like, I know a lot of people like these covers, but it kind of creeps me out. It has like the bone showing through, or like the it's not a bone, it looks like it's made out of metal. I have no idea what these are about, so I don't know if that's related to the series or not, but everybody loves these, so I thought I would get one too and read it for myself. So that is all except for one more. I have one last book, and this one is from the new adult genre that's kind of recently become more popular, and I've seen two people talk about this. The first person I originally saw talk about this was Alita from A Book Affair. I think she hauled this a couple months back, and I'm not sure if she's read it yet or not, but I know that Eileen from Eileen Reads, I think she's read it. If not, I know she's read some other ones similar to it, so I'm excited to read this, and that is Easy by Tamara Weber, which is a new adult book, which is basically like YA but with more sex and like intimate scenes, if you will. So I've heard that these type of books are really good. I've never read this one or any of the ones that have been kind of circulating BookTube recently, but the girl that checked me out at Books A Million tonight actually said she just read this and that it was really good and that she loved it. So that is another positive aspect of this book. So I'm excited to read this and I cannot wait. Okay guys, so that concludes my book haul for today. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope that you all have had a great month of December. And I have a feeling this is going to be my last book haul for this year. So thank you all so much for an amazing year on BookTube. I've only been on here for about 8 months now, I think, and it's been a blast because of you guys. So I'm excited for what 2014 has to offer and to keep making these videos. So thank you all for watching and sticking with me, and for all your love and support, because you guys are awesome and I couldn't ask for better friends to talk to on the internet. You guys are amazing, and I'm so excited to keep going on with this journey. So thank you guys so much. I love you all very much, and I will talk to you all very soon. So if this is not my last video of 2013, I will see you all very shortly in another video. But if not, it's been a fun year, and I will talk to you all in 2014. Bye guys.